from Chepe Mariscal and Vlad Cherbaji. Has fought once in Bellator.
With a low calf.
Featherweight champion Chepe Mariscal as he defeats Vlad Cherbaji. We are now set for our main events of the evening, the final bout of 13 HFC 40, coming to you tonight from just south of Chicago off of Lake Michigan, the stunning Horseshoe Hammond Chicago Casino in Hammond, Indiana. So glad that you're with us, watching worldwide and exclusively tonight, HFC 40 on Fight TV. For our main event, we move to the welterweight division, and there you see Mike DeLaVega. Purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, has fought once in Bellator, and he said quite proudly, I do not enter bouts with a set game plan. I always try to feel my opponents out early, make adjustments, read and react as the bout progresses.
Yeah, he's probably gonna kick me in the head, but I know him as Squirrel. I've trained with him since he was 15 years old, and when I first started training with him, I remember Mark Vivas specifically saying this guy is going to kick you in the head. He came out southpaw and proceeded to left kick me in the head. He didn't lie. His stand-up is so sharp and so crisp that everybody thinks he's just a straight stand-up guy. Well, he's got armbar victories, and it was a sneaky armbar victory. He's got jiu-jitsu in his game. He's been working at New Breed Jiu-Jitsu there in Chicago. He's with Top Notch. He's with CGS. He works with a plethora of very good gyms that have a very well-rounded base.
DeLaVega said of his opponent in this main event, Josh Streacker, he's very fast in the stand-up, but he's also very wild. DeLaVega told me he feels that he personally has the much cleaner striking technique.
I would agree with the cleaner. Yes, much cleaner. Streacker closes a lot of distance very fast and from weird angles. DeLaVega's straight down the pipe, though. If he stands straight down the pipe, if Streacker tries to cover that distance, he might need either a straight right up the middle knee kick or a straight left.
Josh Streacker, as has DeLaVega, fought once in Bellator. Streacker has recorded a TKO or straight knockout in 5 of his 6 pro MMA wins. A black belt in Taekwondo, and Streacker said, I fully admit the striking is not effective from Taekwondo to MMA, it's touch and go. But Streacker said, what I'm able to bring from Taekwondo is angles and movement, which I've incorporated into my MMA striking.
And that's exactly what you see in his game. He's very bouncy, and he's very odd, very strange. He almost stands in that horse stance sideways. But when he goes fast and he goes hard. The guy's the #1 in Illinois. He's got big knockouts, and he covers a lot of distance really fast. His 5th fight in a year and a half, he's been staying really busy, which means he's staying sharp. The Taekwondo background, just like Stephen Thompson, if you can take it and make it for MMA, it's hard to deal with.
Streacker said of DeLaVega, I really respect his kicks. He's a good pressure fighter. He said, I have to counter that pressure with continual movement.
Absolutely, and that's what Streaker's good at. Streaker bounces. He bounces a lot. He's all over the place. He's having a good time. He's in there having a good time. He's bouncing around, trying to not move straight forward and backwards.
Our main event of the evening in the welterweight division, Mike DeLaVega versus Josh Streacker. The numbers now, it's our tale of the tape. It is presented by Team Rehab Physical Therapy, your choice for outpatient physical and occupational therapy.
I think our numbers are lying here because they're saying Streacker 5'6", I'm 5'7", and he is taller than I am. I want to say these guys are almost exactly the same, both 25, both 5'10". Going to be an interesting fight.
To get our main event started, back we go to Mark Nilsson.
Ladies and gentlemen, our final fight tonight is a professional fight under the standards and rules of the Athletic Division of the Indiana Gaming Commission. Johanna Holland is the director. Our final fight tonight is our main event. It is sponsored by Team Rehab. As always, let's meet your blue corner first. He comes to us tonight from Lincolnwood, Illinois. He fights mixed martial arts. He is 5'10" tall and a weight of 170 pounds. He fights with top-notch, Supreme, and CGS. Your blue corner, Michael DeLaVega. Your red corner, sponsored by Team Rehab. He comes to us from way of Albuquerque, New Mexico. He fights freestyle. He is 5'6" tall and a weight of 170 pounds. He fights for Jackson Week MMA. Your red corner, Joshua Streacker. This fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Your referee, Mr. Rob Hines.
Both fighters, as you see, bouncing in their respective corners. Round number one. Black and white trunks for Mike DeLaVega, black trunks for Josh Streacker. Tonight's fight clock is presented by Bud Light. Kick check by Streacker.
A lot of bounce from Streacker.
Spinning back kick. There's the Taekwondo on cue from Josh Streacker.
It was on target, too. It just hit the glove of DeLaVega.
Kick from DeLaVega. Misses with that inside kick. Reset to the inside, Streacker right back out. A lot of respect between these two fighters. No animosity. Both recognize that they are facing, respectively, a very talented opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, both guys, different styles, but very similar. Nice going to the body there from Streacker. Got through with a nice little right hand.
Eddie, as you so correctly mentioned the different styles, note the hand positioning. High and tight for DeLaVega,
Yep.
that wide open, low hand position for Streacker.
Yep, and DeLaVega, he's always been like that. He's always been high and tight, and every fight I've ever seen Streacker in has been low, has been shoulder height.
Switch kick from DeLaVega. Streacker hands very low. Get an open chest, nothing on the teep, nothing on the snap kick. Looking for the side kick with Streacker.
See, this is how Streacker, he plays, but then when he sees an opening, he goes so fast that the fight's over.
Streacker keeping his hands very low. Chin high, chest open, but yet he is so confident with his movement to elude punches.
That sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure somebody else fights like that. Chin up, hands down. Only way to do it.
If you're gifted athletically, you can certainly get away with it.
Do as I say, not as I do, kids.
Kick
Nice.
caught, kicking out the base leg is DeLaVega.
Looking to get that hook in. He's got the right in.
Looking rear naked choke, difficult on this angle. Loses the hook, there's the separation, but a nice sequence for DeLaVega. 2:40 remaining, round number one of our main event. Inside kick. Streacker again, you see the movement. Unconventional for MMA, switching stances.
Yep.
Much more traditional for DeLaVega. Kick under the armpit, targeting the head.
Tried to go up high with it.
Earlier the chant for Streacker, now the chant for DeLaVega. Both fighters with their supporters.
Yeah, they both got a good following here in the area. I mean, they're both local guys. I know Streaker's out at Jackson Wink now, but I mean, originally from this area.
Walk down pressure from DeLaVega. Hard on the teep, didn't fully land. Misses with the lead left, counter left hand from Streaker. Almost a savant-like kick, toes extended.
Yep. Toes coming out and trying to get that toe right up underneath the rib cage there. You stick them toes underneath the rib cage, it's going to be a long night.
Swing and a miss, nice combination.
Does a good job of stepping through. When he throws that overhand right, steps through with the left and comes up high with the right kick.
Again, you see Streaker trying to bait DeLaVega. Hands down, sticking out the chin. Flash on the kick from DeLaVega, not getting through. So much variety, though, in the striking, especially the kicks of both.
Oh!
Big left hand from DeLaVega. Backs off Streaker, off of his striking line.
It didn't seem to faze him very much, though. He backed out. He didn't seem wobbled. He didn't seem hurt.
Again, DeLaVega comes forward. 40 seconds remaining. A very entertaining, a very even round number one.
Yeah,
DeLaVega, Josh Streaker.
Some really good back and forth. These guys, so far, pretty evenly exchanged, I think.
Switch of stances again for Streaker. Streaker feinting with the side kick. Simultaneous kicks, caught. Now Streaker kicking out the base leg. DeLaVega looking for the up kicks. Streaker looking for the entry with the right hand.
Nice little catch and trip from Streaker there.
Open guard.
There's that arm bar.
Absolutely looking arm bar. And that is the end of round one.
That's a good finish to round one for Streaker. That was such an even round that could have decided the round for Streaker. There's the first takedown. Never really solidified anything with this, though. There's that big left hand. That thing connected, but you see, it didn't seem to really faze him. He just kind of backed out and said, okay. There's that trip, and this is what he seals the takedown with this. This could have sealed Streaker the round. Very, very even round up until this point.
Rob Hines, the outstanding referee, starts round number two. Right back to it, hands high and tight for Mike DeLaVega. Open chest, hands low for Josh Streaker. Two very effective strikers with two very different styles and very different striking philosophies.
Yep. Oh!
Short on the inside, Streaker pulling back from that head kick.
You see, DeLaVega, like you said, he's got that more traditional Muay Thai. And then Streaker, he's very bouncy, very low, very, very sideways. It allows for that. He can spin and he can move side to side a little more readily.
DeLaVega, more of the Thai style than the Dutch style of Muay Thai, that real walk down, heavy front leg pressure. We heard the chant of DeLaVega, now the chant of Streaker. Energized crowd, outstanding crowd here tonight at Horseshoe Hammond Chicago Casino. Outstanding fight venue. Outside kick, right hand from Streaker. Kick blocked effectively on the forearm, nothing on the teep. Streaker seeing those two kicks very well.
He does a good job of, even though his hands are low, he sees those kicks and gets them high before that shin lands to the head.
DeLaVega pulling back that low kick, 3:20 remaining round number two.
Almost looked as if he was going to throw a question mark.
On the left hook, partially blocked. Now Streacker comes forward. Streacker switching stances again, and right back.
Yeah, that's a big advantage when you can comfortably fight southpaw and orthodox.
Spinning back kick misses the mark. Toes just graze the chest of DeLaVega. That's
nice.
A hard low kick.
Beautiful. Yes.
Streacker eating that fully as DeLaVega set down on the kick.
That was a hard leg kick.
Spinning back kick, nothing there. Into the inside kick. DeLaVega tried to catch that.
Just outside of the mark on that straight left hand.
Hook kick.
Starting to get a little flashy here, yeah. Almost like they're having a battle of who can throw a fancier kick.
Conventional on the punches, big creativity on the kicks.
Flashy on the kicks.
And that's both fighters. Still not much between these two, very even. That head kick blocked effectively.
Oh.
Streacker now looking to take advantage, partially on the slip from DeLaVega. And back into the open guard here in round 2, as we saw in the closing stages of round number 1.
He's got more time to work here.
DeLaVega losing his balance. Streacker didn't fully land. DeLaVega was pulling back. Streacker following him to the ground into the open guard.
He might have just been a little heavy on that back foot.
Oh! Streacker allowing DeLaVega to stand and then throwing the right hand. 1:15 remaining round 2 of our main event.
That's a good job. He lets him up, but he keeps the pressure on with punches.
The kick nearly getting through onto the chin. Feint on the switch kick from DeLaVega. Two very talented fighters, very accomplished strikers.
Oh.
DeLaVega, Eddie, continues to target that head kick.
He does, and he's doing a really good job of feinting his jabs and then coming up high with it. Maybe he should commit to a couple of punches and then go up high with it. Because Streaker's doing a good job of getting those hands where they need to be in time. If he handcuffs him with a couple of punches, he's thinking about the punches rather than the kick coming over the top.
Another hard low kick from Mike DeLaVega. Missing on that head kick. Streacker trying to run into the pocket. More flash on the kicks.
Went right over the top with that one.
Straight right hand. Had definitely connected. You saw DeLaVega fully off his striking line.
Big left hand.
On the teep, rear teep. Right hand just misses after the left from Streaker. Big sequence from both men to end round 2.
What a close to the second round. Both guys landing hard shots.
DeLaVega, the front teep and then the rear teep in sequence.
Yep. And that's, like you said, that traditional Muay Thai, that walking down. I'm going to push with the front one, set it down. I'm going to push with the back one, set it down, and then I'm going to throw something to follow up. There was that slip there, and he was heavy on that back leg. It looked like he went to check, but kind of leaned into it a little bit, and when he leaned into it, he forgot that his back leg was planted. Yep. There, that short little check right. That check right came right over the top. There's that straight left, I think, from DeLaVega. Nope, there's that check right again.
Muhammad Ali actually called that the anchor punch.
Yep, just turn it over. It's just a short little choppy punch.
To the third and final round we go. It's been really entertaining thus far. 3-3 Mike DeLaVega versus 6-2 Josh Streaker in our main event. HFC 40 live tonight worldwide on Fight TV, and there's the head kick from DeLaVega.
That got Streaker's attention, and he's bleeding. He opened him up.
Cut outside of his left brow is Josh Streaker. That's an area on the face, Eddie, as you well know. giving, not receiving.
Bone to bone, skin splits.
Splits, and in a fight like this, round number 3, the blood flows freely. A lot of sweat glands in that part of the face.
He did a really nice job of getting Streacker to react down low and following it up with that head kick.
That cut on the bone outside of the left brow, that's not a fight-ending cut. The concern for Josh Streacker is the blood goes into the left eye and completely obscures that left eye vision.
Right. It looks like it's in a place where it's going down the side of his face and not quite into his eyes.
Getting the teep kick. Nice sequence. Left teep, right teep. Left hook just misses the mark from DeLaVega.
I feel like DeLaVega has a sense of urgency here. Maybe he feels like he needs to take this, he needs to finish this guy.
DeLaVega trying to throw a hook kick. Nearly fully landed. Limited offense here in round 3 thus far from Josh Streacker, and his fans again chant his name. This crowd perhaps evenly split.
It sounds like it. It's not. They're going back and forth here. Streacker, DeLaVega.
See the blood down the face, down the chest of Josh Streacker. Cut here in round 3 outside of his left brow.
Yeah, early in round 3 too.
Feinting on the jab is Josh Streacker. Nothing on that teep. Oh. Head kick snapping, but doesn't get through. Hard kick to answer from Mike DeLaVega.
Yeah, did a nice job follow up with that 1-2 combination. It came down low with that inside leg kick.
Now 2:45 remaining, third and final rounds. An extremely close fight, nothing decided, certainly not yet. Again, Streacker switches stances, switches right back. Spinning back kick. More walk down pressure from that very traditional Thai style of Muay Thai from Mike DeLaVega in his stand-up. Oh! Spinning back kick to the head. Partially landed, the head kick right back.
DeLaVega, he shook it off kind of to say, hey, you didn't get me.
Feint on the right hand from Streacker. Streacker, again, the open chest. Shows as an inviting target, but he has proven very tough to hit, not just in this fight, in his career.
Yeah, that's exactly like the way he stands with his hands down. And I mean, DeLaVega has gotten through, but not at will.
And certainly not in volume.
No, and Streacker, like I said, he does a very good job of seeing those kicks and combing the hair.
With all of that being said, DeLaVega, though, has certainly landed shots. Witnessed the cut outside of Streaker's left brow.
Surely the best round for DeLaVega so far.
Fully agree. 70 seconds now remaining, third and final round. Our 13th and final fight of the evening, HFC 40. 15th and final minute. Stretch drive now for both men. That kick blocked effectively by Mike DeLaVega. Josh Streacker missing on the follow low kick. That head kick under the armpit. DeLaVega has thrown numerous head kicks in this bout.
He needs a little more setup. You look at the very beginning of this round, he actually set it up with a 1-2 combination, got him to react and then follow it up to the head.
Good left hand over the top from DeLaVega. Spinning back hook kick from Streacker, just over the top. Looking for the full spin kick with Streacker.
Starting to get really flashy. Been flashy kicks all fight. The entire fight has been flashy kicks.
Another spinning back kick from Streacker. Smile on his face now. Again, huge respect between these two fighters. Oh! Running knee, and that ends this fight. And there you see the respect and the friendship between Mike DeLaVega and Josh Streacker.
Both of those guys had a hard time getting through on each other. Each one of those guys, they were both throwing, and they were throwing in good volume, just not landing in good volume.
The cut woman, Sheena Starr, also a pro MMA fighter, pro bare knuckle fighter. Treating now found that cut. Sheena Star with me in Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship.
Where men are men.
That was an outstanding main event, extremely close. See the smile on the face of Mike DeLaVega. Into the final round. Head kick landed on the cheek. You saw Streacker pull out. Back into the pocket, and again, you saw another angle on that head kick that landed flush on the cheek of Josh Streacker, as thrown by Mike DeLaVega. That was the final strike of this bout. The running jump knee from Josh Streacker, and then the mutual respect. Our fight replays all night long, presented by thepaulvail.com, making home loans easy, fast, and affordable. Both fighters playing to their respective fans here in Hammond, Indiana. Mike DeLaVega, Josh Streacker going the distance all 3 rounds in our main event of the evening in the welterweight division. Here's Mark Bill.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of your main event tonight, by a unanimous decision and fighting out of the blue corner, Michael DeLaVega.
You see right there just how much this victory means to the winner, Mike DeLaVega. Defeating Josh Streacker by unanimous decision. Here's Eddie Wineland.
Hi guys, here with your winner, Mike DeLaVega. You're gonna kick me in the head, but I'm gonna call you Squirrel. So, how does it feel to get a win over a guy of the caliber of Josh Streacker?
Hands down, the best guy I've ever fought. And at 170 is my new homeboy. 155 was killing me, and like 170, I only cut 12 pounds. It's a new era of fucking, sorry to be a swear, of people not cutting as much weight, and I feel fantastic. This guy's knocking everybody out at 170 pounds. I was supposed to fight a guy he fought, and unfortunately I tore half my MCL, but I'm back now. Mindset's better than ever, feeling great.
So let's look over here. Let's see if we can get him to bring up that kick at the beginning of the third round here. You set it up. It seemed to be the best shot of the entire fight. You guys were throwing in high volume, but having a hard time getting through on each other. How could you have changed it up to actually get through on the guy? It seemed like he held his hands very low, but when you threw, he was where he needed to be to block the kicks.
I'm setting a template for southpaws out there. There's no good southpaw strikers in MMA. You can start watching me. You need to get southpaw striker, but me and my coach John, we're working on hitting the throat because he's baiting me to come in with his hands down. He's taller and he's fast, so I'm not gonna fall for that trap, and I'm never reaching, you know? I'm trying to make him come to me, and that's what happens. If my arms can't reach you, I promise you his legs will. Hold on.
He's got welterweight quads. He's at 170 pounds to stay, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, Mike DeLaVega.
An outstanding main event, indeed an outstanding HFC 40 card, live tonight worldwide on Fight TV.
Follow us on all of our social media platforms, and we hope to see you at our next event. Have a great night, have a great weekend. Good night, everybody.
Eddie, an outstanding card, and in that main event, Mike DeLaVega coming in at 3-3, taking out the ferocious striker Josh Streacker, who entered 6-2 with 5 finishes. His finishes, 2 TKOs, 3 straight knockouts, as DeLaVega just referenced, but DeLaVega with that very tight Muay Thai, taking out that Taekwondo, very flashy, creative striking base of Josh Streacker.
Yeah, that was a huge win for DeLaVega, probably the biggest win of his career to date. Streacker, I mean, he's no joke. We've seen him put guys to sleep, and I mean, put him to sleep real quick. The guy moves well, he fights well, he's very well-rounded, and DeLaVega came in and did what he needed to do, stayed tight, did what he needed to do to seal the victory and took the decision.
Fight TV is the exclusive home for Hoosier Fight Club. For my broadcast partner, the outstanding Eddie Wineland, Matt Locascio, ring announcer Mark Nilsson, our entire crew, and for everyone at Hoosier Fight Club, I'm Sean Wheelock from Horseshoe, Hammond, Chicago Casino in Hammond, Indiana. Thanks for watching HFC 40.
Wait.